Good morning, class. Today we're going to be talking about women during World War I. First up, can anybody tell us who this picture is of?
I think her name's Rosie. I've seen her on posters.
That's right. That's Rosie the Riveter. She was a cultural icon during World War I. She promoted women going to work. Roles changed for many American people. Women stepped up in ways that weren't imaginable prior. Let's take a look at some of the jobs women filled during this time. At home in the United States, women took on jobs such as radio and telephone operators, even code breakers. Code breakers used mathematics to break encryptions in messages sent by enemy forces. Nurses were sent overseas to aid in the war. The American Red Cross, an organization that provides emergency assistance, disaster relief, and disaster preparedness, operated 54 hospitals in Europe, where they recruited 23,822 nurses and over 2,000 nurses' aides. The American Red Cross also set up areas called canteens. These were little cafe-type areas where soldiers could relax and get food and a drink. Women also helped with transportation. The Red Cross at home had what was sometimes called production corps. Women manufactured bandages as well as knitted socks and clothing for the soldiers. Another way women helped out in France was as telephone operators. Soldiers were having a hard time getting through due to language barriers. American women, later to be known as Hello Girls, took on these roles and were able to get soldiers the help they needed more efficiently. 7 of the Hello Girls were given Distinguished Service Medals for refusing to leave their post even after the telephone center caught fire. You go, girls! In 1917, the U.S. Navy enlisted 11,274 women, which included 24 African American women. These women were called Navy yeomen and took on many clerical roles, as well as telephone operators, and even some worked as mechanics and truck drivers. Finally, the Salvation Army, a Christian church and international charitable organization, also sent civilian volunteers to France. They came to be known as the Donut Dollies. These women were there to uplift spirits and make life more comfortable for the soldiers. They served hot donuts and drinks to the men on the front lines.
Woo, woo. The Donut Dollies are here.
Women's role in the United States has drastically changed over the years. Their participation in World War I helped pave the way for women to be active participants in this country. Amelia Earhart was the first female pilot to fly across the Atlantic Ocean. Eleanor Roosevelt changed the role for the First Lady, advocating for human rights, women's rights, and children's causes. Sandra Day O'Connor became the first woman appointed to the U.S. Supreme Court. All the way to Kamala Harris, who became the first woman and the first African American and South Asian person to become the Vice President of the United States. There are many other women and other people who opened the doors for others throughout American history. Who can you think of that made a big impact on where we are today? Work with your partner to research and share key historical elements of someone you feel played a large role in our history.